With the Book of Boba Fett episode 1 releasing not too long ago, one of the big questions that many of you guys had when watching the episode was, who were those guys that robbed and vandalized the homestead on Tatooine? So I thought it would be a good idea to cover their backstory and why Robert Rodriguez actually gave us quite a nice little nod to the comics. So make sure you're subscribed and let's break it down. During the reign of Jabba the Hutt as the eminent crime lord and ruler of Tatooine, he imposed a tax on all moisture farmers of the planet. This tax though wasn't for money, but instead was a water tax where Jabba would take a pretty large percentage of whatever the moisture farmers collected. The collection of this water tax was handled by Jabba's enforcers, who were very often from the Nikto species, and that's where the episode ties in. The Vandals in episode 1 who are stealing water from the homestead are enforcers from the days of Jabba the Hutt. Although Boba Fett is out of the Sarlacc when this happens, which means Jabba is already dead, which tells us that these guys are likely stealing the water for themselves, or possibly even Bib Fortuna, depending on how quickly he was able to get the criminal operations back up and running after Jabba was killed by Leia. But that's really the major question. Since Jabba is dead, who are they currently working for? Whoever these guys are working for could potentially be connected to the guys in red who ambushed Boba and Fennec. I think they either work for the mayor or are even Crimson Dawn shadow agents, but tell me down in the comments what you think. There were also rumours that Jabba was using this water tax for his lavish bathing and pretty much having baths every day, but Obi-Wan very quickly dismissed this myth, saying that Jabba never bathed in his life. But this actually brings us right back to the 2015 main Star Wars comic run before Jabba's death, where a horrific drought had struck Tatooine, worse than anyone had seen in many years. Despite the terrible drought, Jabba's thugs continued to collect the water tax just like in the Book of Boba Fett episode, which deeply troubled Obi-Wan Kenobi, especially since Luke's family were also moisture farmers. Eventually that dark day came and the thugs attacked Uncle Owen's moisture farm to collect the tax, but Obi-Wan prevented it from happening with a clever mind trick to keep Luke safe. In a way, Obi-Wan used these types of thugs and criminals and enforcers just to keep himself busy in his exile on Tatooine, just so he didn't deteriorate, and so he still had the skills to protect Luke. These enforcers of Jabba were absolutely savage to their victims and struck fear into their hearts, and pretty much every farmer on Tatooine were terrified that they would be next. And as for the symbol that they painted onto the homestead after stealing the water, we really haven't seen that in canon before, so it could either be their own logo or it could be the logo of the mayor, which we already know is the Ithorian from the trailer. That is if they're working for him, but considering how much focus was on that symbol, I'm pretty sure we'll find out later in the series. So that's a quick little explanation on who the Vandals were in the Book of Boba Fett Chapter 1, Stranger in a Strange Land, and I hope that helped you guys get a better idea of what was going on. Thanks so much for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.